Good morning, students. In this session, we will see the last concept of our unit, that is theorems and proofs. Okay, and this is important for 5 marks. Definitely, they can ask one example from this, prove that, or giving one example, prove this, write down the proof of this statement using any one method. Okay. So what is this theorems and proofs? So first, what is meant by theorems and what is meant by proofs? Okay. So the definition of theorem is given by the statement of the form P implies Q. You know what is P implies Q? Here two statements are there, P and Q. So the statement of the form P implies Q, the statement of the form P implies Q along with quantifiers. Along with quantifiers. You know what are the quantifiers, right? The words like for all, for every, for some, there exist are called quantifiers. So the statement of the form P implies Q along with quantifiers is called theorems. Along with quantifiers is called theorems. The statement of the form P implies Q along with quantifiers are called theorems. And see, we proved this statement is true. To prove this statement, or the process of proving the statement P implies Q is true using rules or laws of logic. Using rules or laws of logic. Using rules or laws of logic, that process is called proof. The process of proving P implies Q using rules or laws of logic is called proof. See, we by given any statement we proved using rules or laws of logic, that statement is true or false, right? We solve some examples. So that process is called proofs. Okay. So if they ask define theorems or proofs, then write down the statement in the form P implies Q along with the quantifiers is called theorem, and the process of proving P implies Q is true. The process of proving P implies Q is true using rules or laws of logic is called proof. Okay. So there are three methods of proofs. First is direct method, second one is indirect method, and third one is contradiction method. Okay. So they can ask the question like by giving one example, they can ask write down the proof using direct method, or write down the proof using indirect method, or write down the proof using contradiction method. They can ask any one method for 5 marks. Okay. Suppose if they mention direct method, apply the direct method. If they mention indirect, apply this one. And if they mention contradiction, apply the contradiction method. Okay. So let us see what is meant by direct method. See, in every method we have these three parts. First is hypothesis, analysis, and conclusion. Hypothesis means we have to assume in that. Okay, by given statement we have to assume. Analysis means we have to prove, and conclusion means the given result. Okay. So in the direct method, see here we have two statements P and Q. Two statements P and Q. Okay. So in the direct method, in the hypothesis, assume that P is true. Okay. In the direct method, in the hypothesis, assume that P is true. In the analysis, by applying rules or laws of logic, prove that Q is also true. First, in the hypothesis, assume that P is true. You will get two statements. Okay. So in that hypothesis, assume that P is true. That is your first step. P is true. And using laws of logic or any rules, try to prove Q is true. If you prove Q is true, assuming P is true, you will get conclusion is P implies Q is true. You will get conclusion is P implies Q is true. Okay. So first step is assume that P is true. Second step is prove that Q is also true using laws of logic or rules. Then you will get conclusion is P implies Q is true. That is your direct method. Second one is indirect method. Okay. See, we know that in contrapositive or in the truth table of converse, inverse, and contrapositive, we proved P implies Q is equivalent to negation of Q implies negation of P. Both are equal. Okay. So in this method, write down P implies Q in the form of negation of Q implies negation of P first. Okay, so for that you have two statements P and Q, write down their negations and then conclude negation of Q implies negation of P. Okay, or consider negation of Q implies negation of P. Next, in this method, in the hypothesis, assume that negation of Q is true. Same process. See, here we have P implies Q, so we assume that P is true and prove Q is true. Similarly, here assume that negation of Q is true. By using rules or laws of logic, try to prove negation of P is also true. Try to prove negation of P is also true. Okay, first assume that negation of Q is true and using rules or laws of logic try to prove negation of P is true in analysis. Then you will get conclusion is negation of Q implies negation of P is true. You will get conclusion is negation of Q implies negation of P is true. But we know that negation of Q implies negation of P means P implies Q is true. So indirectly we are proving this by assuming this. Therefore, this method is called indirect method. Okay, so first write down it is in the form of negation of Q implies negation of P. In that hypothesis, and assume that negation of Q is true. Then in the analysis, try to prove negation of P is also true. You will get the conclusion is negation of Q implies negation of P is true. Indirectly, P implies Q is true. Okay, this is about indirect method. Next, we have third method is contradiction method. See here, same we have P implies Q statement. Okay, in the hypothesis, let us assume that P is true, P is true and Q is false. Okay, in this method, let us assume that P is true and Q is false. Now, using laws of logic or rules, try to prove P is false. Okay, see, we are assuming here P is true. Here we are assuming P is true, but here we are proving QP is false by using rules or laws of logic. So this is contradicts to our assumption. This is contradicts to our assumption. Therefore, you will get P implies Q is true. This is contradicts because we assume that P is true, but we are proving P is false. Not, see, we know that either it is false or either statement is false or either statement is true, but both not at a time. Okay, so here we are assuming P is true and we are proved that P is false. Therefore, this is contradicts. Okay, so directly we can write P implies Q is true. Okay, so these are the three methods. See, they can ask any one method by giving any example. Write down the proof of this using direct method or write down the proof using indirect method or using contradiction method. You know, you have to know all these three methods, but most of the time they ask the direct method only. So for your information, please remember these three methods. By chance they can ask any one method, they can ask the indirect method also, or they can ask contradiction method also. You will get by solving some examples. You will get idea about these three methods by solving some examples. Okay, and that examples are very important. There are three examples. Among these three examples, they can ask any one example for 5 marks. Okay, so this is about theorems and proof. In the next session, we will solve that three examples.